Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be doing the next phase of Clashfronts. I have no idea what to expect, but the time is just rolled over. We've deployed as many formations as we could in the 12 hours, and actually our guild did pretty well. In total we did 88 formations deployed out of the 100. We divided it to have 25 against who we're in alliance with and 60, I think whatever the remainder is, against the guild who I talked about attacking, because I'm not sure, even when you're in alliance you don't know whether you can trust the other person, and I just want to see what is it actually going to be. I want to see, do we get to see now where everyone has deployed? Oh no, results are calculated, and so it's going to be auto-calculated, and then you'll only be able to find out at that point. Okay guys, so we've jumped to only now 45 seconds left until the battle results will be calculated, and it seems to be all an auto battle on the grids where you've deployed all of your teams, depending on how many teams the other guilds have deployed there. You'll just be battling it out, and whoever, I guess, wins in the end, or has surviving teams, will conquer the grid. We don't know whether these teams are going to lose, like for example fatigue, or are going to be redeployable in the next phase or not. That's what I really want to find out in this video. But yeah, now I'm excited to see where did all of the opponent guilds place their formations, and are our allies trustworthy, which are Olympians, who said that they weren't going to place any teams onto the grid next to us. Okay, wait, what? Oh, it's just gonna show exactly what happened? Okay. Okay, so this is great. This is great. So what happened was, I think actually what the plan was, Olympians and solo leveling, they're on the same server. I don't know if they're actually rivals or they want to help each other, but basically they were true to their word. If we take a look at them, they deployed all of their teams against Asylum. For us, we deployed very few onto the grid against Olympians, and the big troop here is actually the Vanguard. So there's a Vanguard on against solo leveling. They've hardly deployed many troops. They're trying to go against Asylum, and Asylum is basically boxed into a corner, trying to defend against both solo leveling and Olympians. And probably, will that mean that now Asylum is out, for example, if they don't gain control of any grid? Let's take a look viewing it. Okay, so we auto won the top grid because Olympians didn't play any formations there. And if we take a look at our grid against solo leveling, so yeah, now Asylum is going to be losing on both fronts because they split evenly. So I think what has to happen to be safe, Asylum got 4 capture points somehow. We got, oh, maybe they won a Vanguard skirmish to get 4 capture points, because we in total got 24. And Olympians have 10, solo leveling have 10, because they both occupied a grid. It could be, yeah, I think maybe you get 2 per Vanguard skirmish win. We must have won both Vanguard skirmishes. Asylum is strong enough to maybe win both of its Vanguard skirmishes, but then it didn't capture any grids. Now they're in trouble, because I don't know what is going to happen now. Next round is going to be in 10 hours. Let's take a look at the report. So yeah, plus 2 points for a Vanguard skirmish win, plus 10 for free-for-all, which is or capturing basically that grid. And remaining 61 out of 63, which means that only 2 of our teams actually went down. Right? Occupation points plus 2 for Splash Bros against the opponent Vanguard, I guess. Yeah, this was our Vanguard skirmishing team. The Diagonal Paragon 4 team with Dunlinger. And taking a look, 4 win streak. Wow, look at this. So this is the thing. You can get multiple win streaks, but are you kidding? 10 win streak? 14 win streak? And he still didn't go down? So fatigue is not very powerful. He got up to 128 or whatever fatigue, but he was still winning right up until the end. So fatigue doesn't seem like a very nerfing mechanic. Like if we take a look, they had Paragon Heroes. I want to watch this final replay. After he was fatigued to the maximum and still managing to win, let's take a look at it at 1x speed. Okay, yeah, definitely the opponent is hitting a lot harder than they should, but Diagonal is still hitting hard enough to kill the opponents. So fatigue doesn't seem to be a very strong indicator, or a strong nerfing factor, debuff. Wow, okay, well then that really means if you have even one guildmate, like for example, this was Wooster, who is our probably second strongest player in our guild after Splash, but like if Splash's team went first, we would just be able to Oh no, but Worcester lost to against Risa. Okay, so Risa was able to beat Worcester's first teams that he was running. I guess those were his weaker teams. But then Risa eventually lost to Worcester's diagonal team when they got to it. Okay, interesting. So in total, we lost 2 teams there, and now what is going to be the next phase? Will we be able to deploy all the teams surviving, or just all of the teams in general? And looking over here, we got a Vanguard skirmish win, free-for-all win. Olympians didn't deploy any troops over there, so they were true to their word. And here they got 68 out of 76 remaining, so 8 teams they were defeated. And still, like, Icy from Olympians got an 11 win streak until he went down. But then after the 11 win streak, I want to watch how, like, 90 fatigue points. So Icy is on our side. Yeah, so after this much fatigue, the Val is still hitting pretty hard, but the Val is marking the Brutus. So Brutus on the buff tile can counter the Valas, but this is all random. As you can tell, the auto battles, like, you cannot predict which teams you're going to be facing up against. Yeah, even after that many fatigue points, they're still dealing good enough damage, but I guess they're also becoming squishier. Like, they're easy to kill. Like, look at that OD execution mark, easily killing Merrily. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So, but what it seems like is what I think Asylum had to do if they knew they were getting ganged up upon, and they actually knew, because in our Clashfronts chat, by mistake, they exposed a strategy. They copy-pasted my message into the Clashfronts chat. They meant to copy it into their guild. But so everyone knew what was happening. So Asylum had to go all or nothing onto one of the 2 sides. But maybe even then they wouldn't have stood much of a chance, because they might have been the weakest of the 3 guilds. Okay, now the next phase is going to be battling in the middle. Probably now we're going to have to move into this, because it's not like you can begin attacking the base. And the question is, well, I think probably it would make the most sense that the dead teams will not be able to be deployed again. And so I think Asylum will be out. Because unless they have some more people who didn't deploy in the first phase, it could be that they will now be able to deploy now. But in total, they lost 41 teams here. And then also 27 teams here. And the Vanguard skirmishes have been used. I don't know if you can reuse them. So in total, that is 68 teams and then the 2 Vanguard skirmishes. So only 30 teams left for them, but maybe they can try to recapture these territories. And now when we move into the center of the map, I wonder if we'll have to decide how many to remain on these outer edges of the grid so that we continue to occupy that, because people could maybe challenge these grids. Yeah. Okay, so that is going to be it. I guess we'll update you when the next round comes out, because we don't know what's going to be happening next. And in total, there's going to be, I think, how many rounds are there in each of these different matches? The total event lasts for 24, or it lasted for 28 days, right, to begin with? 28 days, so 7 days per thing. We've already now had 4 days, so 3 more days probably. So maybe it will go up to round 3 or round 4. I would think it goes up to round 3. Okay, anyway, hopefully this gives you a bit of an idea of what to expect for the Clashfronts. I'll update you when we have more information about tomorrow, for example, but what I'm expecting is it will just be another deployment phase tomorrow, only over a 12-hour period, and then they'll calculate the results. And from this position, basically this is what I was saying, because we occupy both of these 2 grids, this grid is completely free for us for the taking. That will give us 25 of the occupation points. But then we'll have to control it. And now what's going to happen is Olympians are going to come down. But we're going to probably want to use all of our force onto this lower right grid, because lower left is guaranteed for us. And then try to occupy these 2. Probably we won't be able to challenge this one if we have to use, for example, adjacent grids. I don't know if we can deploy heroes from here up to these upper 2 grids. Anyway, interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. I hope your Clashfronts is also going well. Alliances matter, and especially if you can trust the guild who you're in alliance with, it can be really helpful, because you're then pretty much guaranteed to finish in the top 2. If you're along with a strong ally who doesn't who is trustworthy, then you two will knock out the other two teams, like with your calculations. So that is an important thing. Alliances are really important in this mode. So thank you for watching, guys. That's gonna be it for this one. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video. If you want to join my AFK Journey Discord to talk more about Clashfronts, about anything, there's a link to that in the description of this video. But until then, everyone, peace out for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you hopefully in the next video.